Hey everyone! So this time last week I had just arrived in Tokyo. I was going through like my first or second day of orientation, and we were kind of in our protective bubble, and we were just doing orientations, doing very formal ceremonies, dressed in business clothes, meeting friends, going to Tokyo and exploring for the first time, and that was really fun. Today I kind of want to talk about, a week later, how I'm adjusting and a little bit of language barrier, which I knew I would come across. But okay, so we'll go ahead and start. So yesterday I noticed that there was a local gasoline chain that was going through an anniversary, and they were giving away, well, they had a raffle, and then they had like free toilet tissue or something. I went with a friend, and so he got some, and I thought, oh man, I wonder if I can do this. So I realized that it was for the whole weekend, so I decided, okay, Sunday I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to get some gasoline. I've never done that in Japan. I'm going to give them my order because in smaller towns, a lot of times the gas station will do service. So you just tell them tell them what you want, and they're going to pump the gas for you and everything. So, that's a culture shock. And then they're also gonna like prompt me to do different raffle things. Like you stick your hand in the box and you pull out a thing, and then they give you something. Now, like there are so many variables that the worrying Sean that I left in America would have been like, well, let's just get our gas somewhere else. It's the same price. We don't want to have to deal with like, saying thank you for the toilet paper and like, what if it's a prompt and like, what if they're like, do you want us to fill it up or do you just want this amount of money? Like there's so many details, right? But I decided, I was gonna do it. I'm gonna go out on my own. This is only my second or third time driving by myself, and so I drive down the boulevard. I'm actually just trying to find it. It took about 10 or 15 minutes to find it. I underestimated how far away it was from my house. So a couple times there was a false alarm, like, okay, that's it. Okay, Sean, you can totally do this. Okay, take a deep breath. Energy. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah, we came to Japan. This is gonna be awesome. Let's do it. So that we had a couple false alarms. So I was like, oh, that's it. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, let's pump ourselves up again. Okay, there it is. No, it's not. Okay, so we pull up, and like there it is. Like this is the gas station. They're like waving their flags and they're smiling and they're like, come this way. And so I pull in, and I just like hand them the money, and they're smiling and stuff, and I'm smiling and hand them the money, and I say "1500 en onegaishimasu" or something, like take this certain amount of money and put it in the car, please. And at this point, like I still had no idea how much yen my car takes. I really don't know, especially because like it could have a smaller tank, it could have a larger tank, and then there's a conversion rate, and then anyway. So that's fine, and then the guy's getting ready to pump my gas, and then I like in a flash I remember, wait, if he starts to pump it while my car is on, won't my car explode? Like won't it like catch fire or something? So I immediately turned it off. The guy who was pumping the gas, he didn't seem flinched, and I don't think he had started by the time I turned it off. But like those are the things you don't really remember because usually you pump it yourself. So anyway, that was fine. He gave me a towel to wipe down my steering wheel. That was cool. I'm really glad that I saw my friend do that, or else the man would have given me a towel and I would have like dabbed my head with it, or like, who knows? It's like, oh, feels great. Like, you know. So that was the easier part, even though my car almost exploded. But then there's the raffle or the whatever drawing. So at the window, you put your hand in this box, and then you pull out a thing. And so you hand him the piece of paper, and he opens it up, and it's in a certain number corresponds to a certain type of prize. So my friend actually got these corn. It's kind of like a churro, but really small, like maybe this big, a churro with a hollow center, and it doesn't have ridges, it's just straight up and down. And it's a corn puffed snack. So kind of like a Cheeto that's been hollowed out that's big, or a churro that's smaller, and it's not cinnamony. The flavor is actually like a creamy corn soup, like a corn chowder flavored Cheeto. And I was like thinking that sounds weird. But I tried it and it's so good, especially because kind of like foreshadowing, I know I'm not gonna have like a real Thanksgiving this year, so to taste this like cream corn chowder flavored snack was really good and comforting. Like I'm doing okay. If you're ever wondering like how's Sean adapting, is he putting on a face for YouTube so that we all think he's okay? No, I'm doing okay. In fact, tomorrow's my first class and I'm feeling pretty good, even though like I haven't finalized everything yet. So I'm doing okay. So I'm okay. But it was really good. So that was like a good example of using the language barrier and just like doing the minimum needed, and it was totally fine. Today, I think I've already blocked it out. What did I do today? Oh, I went to the market. And so, for those who don't know, at the market they make these pre-pack, like they make food and package it up for you, so you kind of have like a mini dinner. Usually it's like $4 or $5, and then after a certain amount of time they put a discount sticker on it, so that's awesome. And it's all right. It's like rice and then some kind of meat, a little like baby portion of coleslaw, Japanese coleslaw, and then I don't know if there's usually something else, and then like pickled plum or pickled ginger or something. So I picked it up and I noticed that this one was like a roasted chicken, but it wasn't very dark colored. So I just wanted to make sure, like, how bad would it have been to get this meal on sale and then take it home and then eat it and then it give you like E. coli or something, because everyone in Japan knows, and it even says it on the instructions, you're supposed to actually heat it up when you get home. But because it's just sitting there on the counter, I feel like it's good at room temperature. So I decided, okay, let me just use my little pocket dictionary and try to find how to say raw in Japanese, how to say fully cooked in Japanese, and how to say ready to eat in Japanese. So I found these things through like this Japanese app that you don't need Wi-Fi for. It just like it has everything saved. And so I took maybe 5 minutes to find my vocabulary. I was gonna say, this food right here, raw, fully cooked. And I would wait for them to answer, and then if they said yes, I'd say, okay, ready to eat, and then I could be good. But I wasn't good. So there was a guy going around putting stickers on stuff, and I figured, like, he's the food guy, right? He marks them down, so he would know how to answer my question. And so from the bat, I said, sumimasen, like, I don't speak Japanese, but I'm curious about this food. Can you tell me if it's, and then I searched through these words, like, is it fully cooked? Now, the term that I was showing him had some kanji in it, so right off the bat, it's like, man, this could have some weird connotation I don't understand, or it could have like further implications beyond cooked, and it could be like cooking through boiling or through grilling or on a fire or a roast or whatever. So for me to ask him, hey, is this blah, blah, blah? He could be not saying yes for many reasons because of how specific we are. So I was asking him that thing, and then I was like trying to look up cooked, raw, and then I finally said, if I eat it now, is that okay? And I could tell he got confused because he thought that maybe Westerners will actually eat in the store. And I remember he's like, ima, kind of like, I was trying to say like now, like in this next hour, if I take this home and eat it, is it okay? And he got kind of confused, and I kept smiling and kept like, apologizing, and so I finally ended up saying, oh, ima, not now, but like kyo, today. If I do it today, it's okay. Is it okay to eat this? And I was trying to like be more specific. Like, is it okay if I eat this? Do I just say like motto, like more hot, more fire, more cooking? And I realized I was at a loss, so I apologized. I said thank you so much, and I kind of walked away. And I found this girl with a big smile on her face, and then I said, the same thing, like, I'm so sorry, I don't speak Japanese. Can you tell me about this food? Is it fully cooked? And she said, like, she was so outgoing. She kept saying like these long sentences and like very cheerful and very sweet and like, oh, such and such and such, this is blah, 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 like descriptive words, but I didn't understand. And then I was like, oh, well, daijoubu, is it okay to eat right now? And she's like, so much and I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to say that's what Japanese sounds like. This is just for role playing, okay? But And so I was like, oh, okay, well, what about the word for raw? Like, is it raw? She's like, oh no, raw janai, blah, 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 blah. Like, okay. And then eventually, I don't know. I think I pretty much got her to say something like, the word for fully cooked, eat it tonight is okay. Something like that. And I felt relieved. I felt, okay, it's awesome. But like even after I thanked her. Even after we did that conversation, I still feeling like uh, worried about the first guy who I talked to. Like if I made him feel uncomfortable, if I made him feel scared, or I made him feel stupid or something. And then I was thinking, well, probably even worse if I decided that I'd want to like go up against one more time and confront him and apologize. I really think I did the right thing by not going back to apologize again. But I just hope one day if you ever see this, I'm so sorry. Um, I'll learn my vocabulary next time. But the girl was super helpful and sweet, I would say. But that's kind of an example of like a complex interaction with the gas tank that could have ended poorly and it ended up swell. And I got free gas and they gave me like little packets of candy, so that was nice. Um, and then a situation which I thought would be very simple turned out to be a long, drawn out, and kind of stressful thing. So that's just kind of my experience so far. Like, that's the first really confusing conversation I've had with a Japanese person, but there will be more. There will be more, and that's okay. This is the experience I've chosen. You don't get to select what happens, but you get to do your best, and you get to have a fun time doing it. Sorry it's a long episode today, but thank you guys for watching and for caring. I've been getting lots of great feedback from you guys about, like, this is kind of cool to see outside of the world, and it's, like, proud of me, and just to know that I'm still here even though I'm not there. I just want you guys to know that I care about you, and love you, miss you, so thanks for everything. Tomorrow's my first lesson, so wish me luck. By the time you are awake and watch this, I'll probably have already done it. So go ahead and wish me now, if you can. But I love you guys. Japan is cool, I'm okay, and I will see you next time. Love you.